So Tobe Nwigwe and Reebok are back at it again, and guys, I love the first sneaker, but I think I love the second one just as much. So today, we're checking out the Reebok Chukwu Abuo. Let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? It's Mike from the Sneaker History Podcast, and we are back with another video. Guys, thank you so much for joining. I really do appreciate you. I know I haven't said it in a ton of videos, but man, I feel like the algorithm's been super weird lately on YouTube. So just want to remind everybody who is watching the video that if you like it, of course, if you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button, leave a like, drop a comment, share it with a friend, family, whoever it may be. But I really do appreciate all those things you guys do, because again, it pushes that video through the algorithm so more and more people can actually see it. So really do appreciate the help. But enough of that nonsense. Let's get into the shoe, because I'm super excited about this one. A few months back, or I should say earlier in the year, we checked out Tobe Nwigwe's collaboration with Reebok, the Chukwu Abuo. This was a play after preseason. I love this shoe, and I am still dead set that this should be a top 10 sneaker of 2025. But we have a follow-up already. Same year, we have a follow-up. And honestly, I think this one may be a little bit easier for people to wear, but looks just as good, and they took just as much time with the detail and material. And that's gonna be the Reebok Chukwu Abuo. Now, if I said that wrong, I apologize. I'm gonna put the pronunciation which I was given from the press release. Shout out to Reebok, by the way, for sending this pair over. I appreciate you guys for me to check out and show you guys before the release here next week. But yeah, it's from the Igbo language, which is Nigerian, which Tobe is, that's his heritage. And Abuo, again, if I'm saying it right, means two. So O2 in the first one meant one, Abuo means two, which is gonna be the Tobe 2, or his second sneaker in his line, which I love what he's doing, because he's taking these classic models, because if you didn't realize, this sneaker is actually built off of the frame or the sole kit of a BB4000, Reebok's classic basketball sneaker, and turned into this just luxury, just amazing, like art piece just about, that's just wearable. So I really like what Tobe's doing with the brand. Now what's really awesome about this is that not only did he create, of course, the adult size shoe, but for this second model, he wanted to make sure not only adults taken care of, but all the way down to infants. If you guys have seen the ads, if I can sneak a clip in here, I will. The whole ad is him basically from his oldest to his youngest, giving them shoes, and I love that. He's taking care of the entire family, making sure that anybody who wants to get a pair of these, whatever age you are, you have a chance, which I think is really awesome. Now this is going to be the mint pair, and just like the last model, they had come in two colorways. So this one's going to be the mint. There's going to be a white color as well, so you guys will be able to get your hands on them. And they'll be going for 130 bucks. And let me double check here. We're looking at a, oh, there we go. I couldn't remember. The release date of August 22nd. So again, next week. So this way I want to give you guys an early look so you can really understand the shoe, see it, and decide, hey, do I want this pair or not? So first things first, we got to talk about this upper. You guys, look at this. First of all, the reshaping of the BB4000 with this whole new upper and how sleek it is. But not only that, we're gonna have this mix of materials that's gonna be a hairy suede and this really nice nubuck. So first things first, let's look at the toe box here. This really nice round toe box. We're gonna have this mint hairy suede going across the top with the, I think, besides the outsole, the one sole Reebok Vector logo here. So very minimal branding. They did it in this white embroidery where it's not super bright, but it is noticeable. So it gives a little bit of a pop, but not distracting from the actual design language of the shoe, which I love. They're not trying to take away from what Tobe did here. So great job on that, guys. Now, as we go across the lateral side of the shoe, we'll get to the laces here in a second, but you'll see we're gonna get a mixture again of things. We're gonna have a really hairy suede here. We're gonna get down to this kind of this nubuck, really short hair nubuck here, in that same mint color. So he does it in this monotone color, but with the different materials that he uses different shades, it gives the sneaker a lot of depth, a lot of character, which again, you guys know how much I love that. Now getting across the lateral side of the shoe, we're gonna go from the hairy suede, we're gonna have our nubuck here, and we're gonna get a mesh. So right across the outside of the sneaker, see there's some mint mesh hidden in here, just to give a sneaker some breathability, because when you have those heavy materials like the suedes and the nubucks, the sneaker can get pretty hot inside, so you wanna make sure you do get some breathability. So right across the lateral side here, you see that mesh, and of course, when you get to the medial side, you have that same mint mesh. Now, with that mint color, you know, that's Tobe's color. That's when you look at his music videos, his performances, that's his go-to color he wears. So everything's that mint. But I thought it was just his favorite color, but he kind of plays the word mint a little bit as things are supposed to happen, or they're meant to happen, but he spells it M-I-N-T, which is really cool how he incorporates that into, of course, his style and his product, which is really awesome. Now, as we get back to that eyelet area, you guys can tell this is not your typical setup for laces. You see how it goes from like kind of wide, normal style to extremely skinny. Like, you're not gonna relace these bad boys. I mean, I wouldn't. It seems like more trouble than it's worth. But at the same time, I don't think you're gonna be tying these either, just like the last pair, because you see the mint rope laces are really held together by this little lace lock. That reminds me like a button that you would see like on a shirt or something like that. But it's there, just again, lays nicely right on top, and you can go ahead and tighten them up and like pull through this way. But again, it's not something I see many people are going to tie. But again, if you want to, you can remove this little lace lock and tie it up in traditional fashion. So no wrong way to do it, right? Now, right on top of the tongue, you're gonna have a nice nubuck tongue here. And, well, the top of this nubuck, I should say, the rest of it you see here is going to be, again, a breathable mesh. But on top, it's going to have that nice nubuck, and it's gonna mirror something that happened on the initial shoe. And it's going to be, you see the name that is pressed in there? Is it embossed, debossed? I never remember this. I should probably just put a sticky note on my forehead so I remember what it is, but I think it's embossed in there. And that's gonna be his son's name. And like last time, I still have not figured out how to say it, so I do not want to disrespect anybody's name, but if you look at it, and I got B-roll of course, but that's gonna be his son's name on the tongue, which is really cool as well. Now, as we work our way to the heel of the sneaker, ankle collar area, we're gonna have the Chukwu branding, which is done up. Can you guys see that here? There we go. Let's go ahead and zoom in there a little bit. So you have the Chukwu branding right there. And I love it. Again, Reebok didn't get crazy with over branding. So they got, of course, his branding, Tobe's branding, got a little bit of Vector logo, and that's about it. They give this shoe a chance to shine on its own without, again, over branding anywhere. Now, getting to the inside, I'm gonna take the shoe tree out here. Same deal. We're gonna have the mint interior. And you're gonna have the dual branding here for both the Reebok Vector logo and of course Tobe's Chukwu branding as well. And it has his whole name in there, so it's really cool. Again, really proud of his product, really proud of his name, which is awesome that as he's being able to shine that, let that shine through his design here. Getting to our midsole, rubber cup midsole. Again, this is a retro basketball sneaker done up in a shade of well, keeping up with that same color palette. And the only contrast we're really going to get besides that little Vector logo up front is going to be an outsole. Got this nice gum outsole like we got on, again, the preseason variant. This is going to be, again, the BB4000 outsole, and only the Reebok brand is going to get down here, which you're not really going to see that. But again, they did it in mint just to give a little bit more contrast, a little bit more depth. And I got to tell you guys, I am a huge fan of what Tobe's doing with Reebok. This sneaker looks good. And I think people will probably say it's a little bit more wearable than this one. I think I still, you know, it's kind of like a 1A and 1B. I couldn't tell you which one I like better, but I will say this one's definitely more wearable, especially right now. It's still kind of summertime, still a little warm, so probably would gear myself towards this one. While when the fall and winter comes, it's kind of more of a hefty sneaker. I definitely see myself wearing this one a little bit more often as well. So you got one for kind of any point of the year, but I think Tobe's done a great job. I love how he's not just settling for coloring up a particular model, but he's going in and redesigning these uppers to make them his own, which is, it's just amazing what he's done here. I will say sizing wise, so BB4000 to me is definitely a kind of skinny shoe, and it seems like they kind of made it a little skinnier if you kind of see how that is right here in the mid-foot and forefoot area. I would say go size up, and if you're wide footer, maybe a whole size up. Definitely something you want to try on. Because typical to BB4000, I do go half size up. I went with a 10 on this one, so it is a bit snug. Not bothering me at all, but just the way the shoe is cut, I do kind of like to have that extra half size. But again, I'm okay with it. If you like snug, great, go true to size. But if you want more of a casual fit, half size up is definitely what I would suggest. If you have any questions, go to your local, I think Foot Locker does. Reebok product. You can also go to Reebok stores, Reebok outlets, try on a pair of BB4000s, and then I would go with that size when you make the order for this particular shoe. So they're gonna be limited. Don't know to what, because it is a special, of course, special collaboration. But again, they're available from adults all the way down to infants. So you can get the whole family dressed up in these, especially with back to school season. Like now, hey, some of your kids like, you want to get them something a little different, they have their size if they like them. But go ahead, check it out. I'm gonna put a link down below for these as well, so you can know, hey, when they're released. There's a countdown on the Reebok website, if I'm not mistaken. But that way you guys will be alerted when it is time to try to pick these up. But let me know if you have any questions. Do you like them? Do you not like them? Leave a comment down below. Until next time, guys. See ya.